And anytime there's a shift in the market, there's an opportunity for agents to, agile agents to make adjustments to their business to assure that their goals are not impacted by the market, but rather their business strategies are directed by the market conditions that are out there. So it's a bit of a mindset, and it's a bit of a focus, that the news isn't happening to you. It's how you're responding to what's actually going out there.
Exactly, and keep in mind, and everybody out there knows that the news is designed to upset you because if it didn't, you wouldn't watch.
That's right.
So,
No,
as
I've
you
also
know, the headlines are misleading, and you get into it, and even the headlines and even the story can be sensational, but not necessarily an accurate picture.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We're moving out of a market that I would call maybe a speed-based market, where the agents that were throwing up a lot of units were often the people that could get there first, to make sure their client got into, the auction for that particular house. And we're transitioning, and I'd say we're transitioning very quickly to a skill-based market, and all of the fundamentals that we talk about, career long, I would say season long, but career long, are really coming back into play, and that is great news for professional agents.
It certainly is, because if it had continued much longer, as we've seen when it goes a really long time like this in the past,
Yeah,
then there's commission erosion because they don't think they need your help. They
that's
will
that's
use
exactly
some discounted services because they need your help, but they don't. But
that's right.
now
If somebody
they
can come and
actually,
make me move and get there and move, that certainly diminishes a little bit of the value that, at least in the eyes of a consumer, that the professional agents, are bringing to the table. So you're going to see a very big, I think, change in the real estate agent herd, between the amateurs and the professionals. And the professionals are going to take advantage of this market, make changes, and be agile in their business to increase their market share. And we all know that market share that is gained in a changing market is market share that's not lost. So it's a really opportunistic environment, if you're ready to take advantage of it. And at the end of the day, the primary source of our business, our databases, it never changes. That is the absolute cornerstone to every professional agent's business, is their database. And when we are in a market that is changing, and Ren, I think I like that term, greed seller. We don't really see that happening right now. But when we are in a market that is starting to change, if our database was producing a specific level of output in a heated market, it's reasonable to assume that that same database cannot produce that same level of output as things start to change. And so, a real key and a real focus in every agent's daily routine needs to be not just communicating with the existing database, but adding to that database.
right, your database rules, it's huge and very important. And in the last 3 or 4 years, many people have stopped feeding the
Right,
database because it was producing enough,
right.
and you have to keep feeding it with the people you don't know to the people you know, and the people you don't know that you want to be talking to are and adding to they're part of the core. They're getting married, they're getting divorced, they're moving, or somebody died.
Yep.
That's the core business, and there are some others too. But finding the people that plan to sell their home, or were trying to sell their home and don't have a real estate agent. So if you
Right.
go after those targeted areas, you
Right.
can, in a very predictable way, take 2 or 3 listings a month. And if
Ab-
you're already doing that, take a couple more a month than you're taking now, per month, because some of you are taking 5, 6, 8 a month now. Congratulations. But adding to that and really having a fabulous year. So
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
that's where we want to spend our time, is going after those people you don't know that have an immediate need, and being the market expert.
And
Mhm.
if you look at the market conditions and you choose to frame that as your opportunity, and then you back that up with very purposeful action, you'll set yourself up for a beautiful arc in your career. Again, with market share that can't be taken from you, because it will have been hard won in a more challenging time. And if you think about the fact that there are going to be some of your peer group is going to take this as a woe is me, I need to bow out. that's going to create that much more opportunity for you. So it's lean in is the message.
Right. That's the good news because one out of four, 1 out of 5, or that were just had one toe in the water in the height of this are going to take their toe out of the water, and that leaves a lot more for you. So I want to welcome more of you onto the listing side of the business where you can make more money and have the time to enjoy it.
Absolutely.
So if this pushes you a little bit more to the listing side of the business, welcome. Where have you been? We've been waiting for you.
There's plenty of room.